Hello and welcome. It's been a fair while, hasn't it? Yeah. There's any amount of excuses that I can give, really. There's any amount of things that I can say. And yeah, most of them just sound like that. They sound like excuses. So everything's been a little bit crazy recently for everyone all across the globe, hasn't it? And from where I stand and from, how I feel about it, all of my rationalizations and that sort of thing were fairly justified at the time and made perfect sense. But a couple of people that I've ran them past have sort of said, really though? Really, Martin? So, in case you don't know, what's it been? It's been a month, maybe a bit more than that, since me and Jessica did, it was me, Jessica, Brian, and David from Making the Most of the Second Half, since we finished our Mary's Mini. And I fell down a very slippery slope. Now, when the Mary's Mini finished, I just sort of went, right, okay, that's fine, just ease off a little bit, stay whole food plant-based, but, allow myself like a little bit of bread every now and again, like maybe a pasta or something like that, just to sort of give myself a break from the strict rules of the Mary's Mini, which in and of itself isn't even that strict, but you eat potatoes for nothing but 10 days and you kind of want something a bit different, yeah? So, anyway, came to that. I had the best of intentions for filming a bunch of videos about, like trying out some corn recipes so that I could prep myself for a corn mini, because I wanted to do one of those. Had some success with filming a video about this beetroot bake thing that is actually still coming, but at the time I'd got all of the B-roll footage, that, as we call it, all of the close-ups of the thing, all of like how to cook it and this, that and the other, but didn't actually record the voiceover. And I took a whole bunch of videos and photographs for a visual guide to a Mary's Mini, because yes, Mary's Mini is a very, very simple thing to do, but there's a lot of information about it spread out and dotted around all over the internet. My plan was bring it all together in a quick little video, maybe about 5 minutes, people can watch it. And then I got ill, and I developed a seriously bad cough. Was really snotty, didn't sound right, just didn't feel like doing videos and stuff. I did put up a video about how I wasn't well, but I can't remember exactly what stage that was where I did that. And I just entered into this horrific spiral of being ill, getting over the cold ever so slightly, and then getting another cold. From either the children or the staff at the Keter when I was dropping off Rowan. And that entire cycle of just getting ill, getting close to better, but still like coughing and stuff, and then getting ill again, just kept us going all the way up until the beginning of the coronavirus outbreak, the COVID-19 outbreak. When it, first started hitting the news and things. Now, at the time, I sort of went, it sounds very much like this is going to end up being, like, quite a big problem. Not panicking about it or anything like that, just sort of acknowledging that, I kind of knew that no one was really prepared for something like this. Like, it does happen, unfortunately. And sort of said, right, okay, well, not panic buy or anything, because that leads to problems, but buy an extra can or two of stuff when it comes to like normal shopping. Maybe buy some extra toilet paper a little bit before we would usually buy it, so still the same normal amounts, etc., just like ever so slightly earlier. Like, when there's one roll of toilet roll left is usually when we buy toilet roll. I bought more toilet roll when there was like 2 rolls left. And even then, that didn't manage to outpace panic buyers and all that sort of thing. Things got a little bit crazy here. They really did. Even just, adding 1 extra can into our shopping when there were such things as cans of chickpeas and cans of kidney beans and stuff like that, because that all just disappeared off the shelves immediately. But when I was able to add 1 extra can on, yeah, I did. And, as you can see, we're fairly well stocked. I have pulled everything forward so that it actually looks good for camera, because, like, ignore everything above here. Like, I can do cans. Cans I can make look good, like half-eaten loaves of bread and tortillas I can't, but anyway. So yeah, like, things are perfectly fine, everyone's fine, everyone's healthy, we've been staying indoors as much as possible. Quite literally, all 3 of us have been out the house together 3 times. One was to take Rowan to a play park before the play parks were closed by the German government. Another was to take him outside and play next to the river, next to the Spree. Which, heavily supervised. It's all like big fences and barred off and what have you. That was literally playing with chalk on the pavement, away from everyone else. And when we took him for a checkup the other day, and apart from that, that's it. Like, I've been out of the house twice other than that, both times going to stores. Saguta's been out of the house 3 times, 2 times going to the store, 1 time going to the pharmacy because she needed a refill on a prescription. And that's it. We've been indoors for 2 weeks. And, you might think, well, Martin, you've had plenty of time to make a video, why haven't you done it? Well, long story short, because I haven't been eating whole foods plant-based, that slippery slope got a lot slippier and a lot more slopey. When it started becoming apparent that food shortages were going to be a little bit of a thing to worry about, and not being able to get vegetables and stuff because there were no potatoes, there was no corn, it was very hard to get bags of rice, it was very hard to get bags of pasta, I kind of went, out of the 3 of us, I'm the one on the special diet, If I sacrifice myself and sacrifice this specific way of eating and just like go with what they're eating, I know that I eat less when I'm not just eating vegetables. Like, I eat a decent amount, but like when I'm eating vegetables and nothing but vegetables, I know that a fair amount more goes in, Like, I can go through a 10-pound bag of potatoes in like 2 days on my own. But if it's like, here's a meat dish, you go through less potatoes, they last longer. That was my thinking. Having then expressed that and told my darling wife about it, and spoken to Jessica and Brian the other day about it as well, the resounding sort of feedback from that is, Martin, you're an idiot. Why would you do something like that? Like, you're not saving that much effort, you're not doing that much. Like, come on, man. So I'm back on the horse. I made a sort of deal with myself yesterday that I was going to eat whole foods plant-based yesterday, and I did, but I wasn't going to make a video for that first day because that just felt like kind of reactionary rather than, is this actually something that I'm going to stick to? So I kept it off yesterday. I just sort of put my plan into place, what I'm going to eat, how I'm going to get around cooking stuff, snacks, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, now I'm making the videos again. My plan going forward is pretty much, I'm going to allow a drop in quality. Okay, now when you watch my videos, generally they're like this. They're in the kitchen, there's lights, because, as you can see, there's a big shadow behind me. There's a second light so that there's not shadow over half my face. Everything's lit, everything's nice, we've got decent sound, etc. There's all these wonderful little graphical things that you see pop up, things like the Twitter link, the Facebook page link, the the website link, because there's now a thing of that as well. But if it's running late, if I'm tired, anything like that, there is a function in the YouTube app on the phone that you can just record direct to YouTube and put it up, and there you go, and you can change stuff later. And what I'm going to do is actually just make use of that. What I am going to try and do is actually write up some actual written blogs and stuff, some journal entries for various different things. That is going to be going on my website, because I actually made a website. I've never done that before. I think I just announced it a little while ago, but I can't remember whether or not I made it live. But I've made it live now. It's been live for a couple of days. I'm not entirely sure. Here's the graphic for explaining how you get there, what the web page is, which is www.thegreatpotatomage.com. What else can we talk about? Well, food, I suppose. So here is what I ate today. There you go. I didn't have breakfast, because I never do, mostly. I was actually tempted to have a bowl of muesli. I've got some oat milk and I've got some muesli. I might have that as dessert tonight. I'm not entirely sure. Like, sort of a supper before bed while I'm uploading and messing around with stuff. Had my lunch, which was a can of vegetable soup with some bread. It was pretty good soup, actually. It was quite nice. It was a lot more full of vegetables than I thought. I actually was going to put some sweet corn in it as well, but I figured, it's probably okay having the full can. And then dinner tonight, I had this, which was some potatoes that I cut into oven fries and put them in the oven. It took a little bit longer than normal. I'm not entirely sure why, but, made those, and I put some baked beans on as well. Which I've been reliably informed by some people. It seems a very, very American thing to have baked beans on a meal, which, I don't know. I know they've got a rap for like cowboy food, but whoops, oh dear. Yeah, I don't know. Like, here we go. So this is me saying, I'm sorry I've been quiet for so long. I'm hoping that I'll be able to... Okay, Dexter. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to stick with this and keep going as much as I can and be a lot better about uploading videos and being accountable, because when I'm accountable to people on the internet, I actually do a lot better than when I'm not accountable to people on the internet. Strangely enough, when I'm actually vlogging everything and logging everything and talking about it, I'm better at it than when I'm just left to my own devices. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, right, that is absolutely everything in that case. I've got 4 potatoes to last me for tomorrow. I've got any amount of rice. I've got a bunch of pasta, including my own whole wheat, because no one else will eat the whole wheat, even though it was the stuff that was like available in the shops, because everyone else was panic buying it. Yeah, I think probably I'm going to do a chili tomorrow, maybe. Don't know whether that's going to be with rice or pasta. Probably rice. Although those potatoes do need cooking, I'm not entirely sure. Within the next couple of days, we'll have the video up for the recipe for the beetroot bake. So if you've got a bunch of vegetables that are probably cluttering up your fridge and need to be cooked, that'll help with that, I'm fairly certain. I'm hoping to get the visual guide done as well. I can't promise that it'll be absolutely amazing TV show quality, but I will do my level best. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get everything sorted. If you fancy following along, if you've not seen me before, or if you're just sort of catching a video for the first time, here is all of the links to social media. There's a Facebook page for Martin the Great Potato Mage. There's the Twitter account, which is my personal Twitter account, There's the Instagram, which I haven't used in a little while, but I probably will. That usually just has photographs of lunches and dinners and snacks and all that sort of stuff on. Whenever I'm doing a Mary's Mini, I always log everything that I'm eating on that. And that seems to go across quite well. And the website as well, which you saw earlier on, which, you know, if you go to www.thegreatpotatomage.com, that will get you to me. That will get you to the website. There is a store page on there, which is quite literally, because I recently qualified as an Amazon affiliate, that means that if you follow the links on my website to go and buy things, if they qualify, then I get a little bit of a kickback from Amazon. I get a little bit of money from it. Obviously, if you don't want to use my link to go there, if you just want to go to Amazon on your own, you can do that. You're under no obligation to. The things that I have labeled as being stuff that I recommend, you know, like board games and cooker equipment and B12 and stuff like that, is actually stuff that I use myself or do actually highly recommend it. It's not because I get any amount from it. It's actually stuff that I like and have. If you have questions, drop me a question and I will gladly answer it and tell you exactly what it is that I love about it. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like down below and possibly subscribing to the channel. If you want to share it anywhere, please by all means do so. I know that I'm not going to remember everywhere that I want to put it. But yeah, every single little thing helps. If you want to ask questions in the comments below, please do so. I will do my level best to answer every serious question that I can. If you've got feedback, by all means drop it in. I can't promise to take it all on board, but I will definitely consider it at the very, very least. And final thing is go and follow a whole bunch of other people as well. Go to Crocs in the Kitchen, follow Brian and Jessica, go to the Giroudi family and follow along with Brittany and Mark. They've just bought a brand new Scamp camping trailer and it looks amazing and they're really taken with it, and we should be getting some road trip videos soon, which I'm really looking forward to. I want to see Whole Foods plant-based road trip stuff. I think that would be really cool. I know Brian and Jessica have done like the gas station challenges, and I was going to do one but then didn't when I was in the UK, because the one gas station that I actually stopped at was a full supermarket, so that was kind of cheating. There's Making the Most of the Second Half on Facebook. That is David. He is a retired paramedic from, I want to say New York, I might be wrong, but yeah, basically, awesome guy, really, really awesome guy, just trying to, you know, trying to do some good and lose a bit of weight and just have a good time, enjoy the second half of his life now that he's not in the paramedic corps anymore. Only other people that I can really plug is, recently it's been brought to my attention that Ray Cronice and his co-host, friend, co-presenter, Juliana, they have a channel and they have a podcast and stuff, and Brian and Jessica recently featured on it, so go and check them out too. I can't remember the actual link, but I'll put that up here, and yeah, you can go along, you can check them out, you can listen to Brian and Jessica get interviewed. I believe you can submit questions for Brian and Jessica to ask of Ray and Juliana, or for Ray and Juliana to ask Brian and Jessica the next time they do it. I can't remember the way round it is, but yeah, go do that and ask all the questions that you want from them. Yeah, cool. Okay, this has been very, very rambly. It's probably around about 15, 16 minutes or something. Thank you very much for joining me. I shall see you later. I shall see you tomorrow. I'll let you know exactly how I got on. And yeah, hopefully it goes a little bit better this time. Okay, Dexter. Okay, I'll let you in. Right. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay indoors as much as you can. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.